so much more like it from Chelsea in that cup semi-final yesterday. We have made the final of the FA Cup now. First game without Liam Rosinier in charge, Callum McFarlane taking interim charge for the rest of the season. I did come into this game with a bit more hope with Rosinier gone, because sometimes we see the manager, the new manager bounce, or when the manager that's on a really bad run does leave, it sort of gives the players sort of a new lease of life. I think we saw that with Man United when Carrick got the interim job after Almiron. We see their first game. Without him, they beat Manchester City 2-0. So these sort of things do happen. So I think coming into it, despite Leeds' really good form as of late, and pretty much already being safe in the Premier League, I think coming into it, I think we had a lot more hope that maybe we could actually do something in this one, and we did. I think that was much more like it. That was so pleased that we performed the way we performed. I mean, that's the best we've played in so long. It's finally a goal as well. We scored a goal and kept a clean sheet. I can't believe it. The amount of games we've gone without five losses in a row, but in that time as well, the amount of goals we conceded, the amount of because I think it was something like Sanchez, I think they said he conceded like something like 19 goals in 10 games. It's pretty much 2 goals a game, and so to keep a clean sheet against the Leeds side that really, the attack's really starting to click for them now. That was a really big thing, and then the fact that we actually finally have got a goal. Just hours and hours of playing without even having a goal to show for it. So finally that has happened. In terms of the game itself, I thought once we sort of got a foothold in the game, I thought you could really see that there was a different energy and new lease of life about the team. How it looks for the rest of the season, whether they can match that for the rest of the season in the Premier League, I'm not sure. It's it's a case of just we'll do the best we can over the remaining 4, and I think that's all McFarlane can do with this team. But by the way, massive well done to him as well, stepping in and interim charge 3 days later gets us to an FA Cup final, and to be able to step in on the big occasion as well and set the team up the way he did, I think he deserves a lot of credit, and I really hope he can go on and lift this trophy for us, because I think that would be something very special. It has been done before that teams won this trophy with an interim manager, so it's definitely not impossible, but it takes some doing, facing Manchester City in the final, but definitely not impossible. And obviously we've got big decisions to make beyond this season, in terms of the bigger picture, who the next manager is, who in the summer in terms of the squad, who stays, who goes, and there's obviously areas we desperately need improvement in, but I think for now let's just enjoy getting to we've got a cup final to look forward to now. This could still be a good season for Chelsea. I would always say winning the trophies, it's a good season, that's what it's all about. So this could still be a very special day at Wembley, so fingers crossed for that final. But like I say, once we started to really get to grips in that game, I thought we played well. I thought we started well. I thought missed a couple of big chances early on. João Pedro probably should have scored. He took it down on the wrong foot, really. He probably should be scoring from there. We had a few other chances as well. They had a couple as well, but it was mostly us dominating, and it did look like the goal was coming, and it did come 23 minutes in. Enzo Fernandez as well, of course, the man that Liam Rosinier dropped from the team. Of course, it would be him, wouldn't it? And it was a really good ball in as well. From Gusto. Effing about the goal was a really good move actually, and then Enzo does really well with his positioning to get into that position. Bad to get his head on the ball from that position, just slot it away really nicely to put us in front, and we really needed that, because we were the team that needed to start well yesterday, seeing as where if you look at the form of the two teams going into the game, it was massively in favour of Leeds. With 5 games defeats without scoring a goal, and they were really starting to hit the ground running. Their attack yesterday, Leeds, I thought they definitely created chances, but I did think they weren't quite as clinical as we've seen them in the last few weeks. That was more like the Leeds we were seeing earlier in the season, where they're playing well and getting into a lot of good areas, but not quite finishing it off. It just wasn't their day yesterday. But equally, I think we've shown up, and I think we actually did really turn up for the big occasion. I was really hopeful they would show up for it, but I just wasn't sure, particularly like I said with the form Leeds are on. There was a still worry, even without Rosinier, even with the change of approach, that science still wouldn't go right, but it did. And I think we didn't get the second goal in that first half when we was on top, which I was worried would maybe come back to haunt us, especially when we see Leeds make those subs at half time. We see Stash come on as well, when he gets that, they get a big chance early on. He gets a big chance early on, very nearly put Leeds United in front. Got the equaliser for Leeds, but then we did sort of start. So the second half was very sort of even game. I thought where there's a lot of times we looked good going forward, threatening for the second goal. A couple of occasions where we maybe could have got it. I think Garnacho was in the first half. Sigan actually didn't do that much yesterday. First half, not too bad, but second half went completely quiet, and it was no wonder he come off when he did, to be honest, and which obviously meant Neto drifted out to the other side, which I thought he was less effective on the other side. But so obviously, with how the team is at the moment, that's the only way we could get Palmer back into the team. If next game Palmer really could do with a goal, the form he's on at the moment, that would be good. I thought it was a strange decision though to bring Lavia off. I thought Lavia was doing well. I know he's obviously got his injuries problems, never completed a full 90 minutes for Chelsea. I thought yesterday might be a good day for that to happen on, maybe, but especially as Casado was on the booking, wasn't having his best of games, and you obviously didn't want him to get sent off the second yellow, and he'd be banned for the final. But no, Lavia come off. And I can't really say anything bad about anyone yesterday. I thought Tosin, a player I've been very critical of, done well in the defence yesterday. I still think we've got a lot of problems in those defensive positions. I still think there was shaky moments at the back yesterday, despite the much more positive approach going forward, and just a much better coordination between the players, particularly in the way we attack. They just looked so much more direct and so much more and played with confidence. It's just been non-existent for months. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this, and the fact we've got to this cup final now to look forward to is big as well. 4 league games left as well. I mean, the European finish is still possible through the league, so if we can finish well, this could still be this could still look very good, considering how bad things have been recently. We could still salvage this for sure. I will. So Manchester City in the final. I mean, this could be hard, isn't it? I mean, we know how tough of a game that is, but you know, if we bring our A game, you know, it's a final. We've got a very good record in finals. We not recently in domestic competitions, but historically we can show up in finals, and even when we've been at the underdog before, we have turned up and we've done the job on the day. So I definitely think it's doable. And by the way, how unlucky were Southampton in that other semi-final, going 1-0 up right near the end, looking like they've won it. But then Doku, who come on for Man City in the second half, you know, gets back into it, and we see the winner as well. Shortly follows, as soon as they got the one equaliser, Man City, you know what's coming. So Southampton were unlucky there, giving that a really good go. But yeah, it is Manchester City we'll meet in the final, so we thought it would be if we did get past Leeds. But yeah, it was very close game. It was very nervy towards the end of the game, but it wasn't like a, you know, over the previous sort of weeks, it's always felt like we was going to concede at any minute, and any time anyone attacks against us, we could concede. It wasn't quite like that yesterday. We felt, you know, it was how it should be. It was a case of, yeah, it was really tight, really nervy cup semi-final, but we took the chance, and we was able to shut them out in that second half. We was able to do enough to progress to the final. So I'm really, really pleased with this. A lot of work to do, a lot of conversations need to be had, the bigger picture, with everything going on at Chelsea still there, obviously, but that just gives us something to celebrate and something positive to focus on for the first time in a long time. So it's definitely one to enjoy.